I want this big red word to be remembered. Believe. We can do it. We did it. And it is achievable. And this is the theme of my presentation. So these are my contents: timeline, ups and downs, opportunities, tips and tricks, CESR versus CCT, and questions. So this is my timeline. So I came to the UK in August 2013 to join the MCH program in at Dundee, in Dundee. I just came to finish it and go back. And then after I finish it, I started to think. Many people are telling me, "You just stay. Why you want to go back?" I was working in Bahrain, in the Gulf, making good money, living very luxury life, no problem. But I always aspired to learn, to be better. So anyway, I started to stay. I applied for jobs. I got my job at FGH, small town, small hospital, no problem. It's my start. But everybody told me, you just start and get your papers sorted, and then you can go anywhere. And then it's FGH, it's Baru. I love it. It's my hometown. And they told me 4 years that they would give me the passport. So I stayed. Yeah, I became Baruvian. And I always say FGH made me, because it gave me a lot of opportunities. And you will see later on how this happened. Anyway, I started my FRCS Roman Orth Part 1, 2015. I came with my references signed already. So I just applied for the exam. I passed Part 1. And then I applied for the European board as a mock exam for the FRCS Part 2. I passed the EBOT. I failed the FRCS. No problem. First time. I'm not a trainee. I got the CCOT as a mock exam. I passed it, and I failed the FRCS for second time. And then I said I will take a break, 9 months. I'll take my third chance. I failed with 80 marks, which is disastrous. I'm a dangerous surgeon. Yeah, came into depression. I cried. What did I do wrong? How can I pass in the fourth time, the last time? Will they give me 80 marks? Anyway, I took my chance, went for my fourth time. But before that, I started to read about how to become a GP or a psychiatrist. And wow, I passed. Good. So now I need more papers. I need more signatures. I need more competencies. I have to move to the bigger hospital. And I managed to be transferred to RLI in 2018. And over there, everybody was more or less helpful. I started to do many things. They started to sign for me many things until I reach the CESR application point. And this is January 29th, 2020. The GMC, as Faye was saying, it submitted after the reviewing by the advisor on 22nd of May, and the Joint Commission, the Committee of Surgical Training, approved my application July 13th, and I'm on the special register on August 10th. Thanks, God. Next. So, why it is not moving? Yes, moving. So I started in Egypt. I had a dream to be a good doctor. I went to many countries, and then I even went to Singapore. I met not that nice people. I moved again to Egypt. Then, after Egypt, I went to Saudi Arabia. I failed MRCS second part 5 times, but I passed at the end. So don't give up. Singapore, and wasn't that good. Went back to Egypt, and then the Arab Spring came. I went to Bahrain, and I failed IELTS 5 times for the 6.5 on my writing. And then I came to Dundee with hope to be a consultant and go back to Bahrain, but I stayed, and then UHMB with the FRCS 4 times, as I told you before. So now, how to get this done? UHMB is a great place, really great place. There are plenty of opportunities. Ian is one of them. Many courses that I've submitted, actually, I got it through the trust, through the SAS courses are organized by Ahmet and the postgraduate department and delivered by Ian. Medical education, you can be a tutor. I was a tutor for a year too, for orthopedics, and when I was in FGH, I came forward to be an examiner for the medical students, interviewer for the new students. I even making a degree now at Lancaster University through the trust. Actually, they paid for it for me. Just a bursary, I applied for it, I got it. I'm an appraiser, and Ahmet and the appraisal team, again, they opened it for the SAS doctors. So that was part of my leadership and my something that put weight on my application. I'm even a GMC trainer. When you go to my GMC page, you'll find that I'm a certified trainer by the GMC, which again through the trust. I did many audits, quality improvement projects. It's very easy and everybody's helpful at UHMB. Leadership, I was going into the networks, especially the BME networks. I was a co-chair. You can go, be active. You got it. This is your leadership courses. I got the NHS leadership course and the NHS Leadership Academy through the trust. I was the Rota coordinator. So all these, you can do it. As regards the research, yeah, there are some trials, especially at RLI. You can just, for orthopedics, you can, if you recruited 5 patients, that's half of the research requirements. Journal clubs, if you don't have in your department, start it. Why not? Start journal clubs. And this is leadership, this is journal clubs, this is research, everything. We have fantastic research and development department in our hospital, our trust. Get in contact with them. I was their, let's say, advisor. So any trial came to the hospital, they will send it to me. What do you think, Hassan? Is it feasible? Can we do it here? And I put all this on my portfolio. It took me 5 minutes or 10 minutes to look at it and advise them about it. Yes, we can. No, we can't. So all these will make your application very strong. So for the tips and tricks, the most important, start. It's never too late. It is never impossible. It is easy, but it is scary from outside. Once you are in, you can do it. I remember the first CESR course organized by our hospital, and Dr. Ijaza, first ED consultant who got his CESR from our hospital. And I remember he said he got a channel, and he was just any paper he got, because at that time it was paper forms, and he would just throw it in that channel. And I took that from him, and I started this. I bought a chest of drawers. I had any paper I can have, and it could be a CESR related. I'll just put it in that channel. I started to collect anything without thinking, even before I passed my exam, but mainly was, to be honest, after I passed the exam. I cannot stress enough the importance of good appraisals. When I started to take practical steps to make my applications, I was feeling lost at the beginning, from where I will gather everything. And then I remembered one thing. I was always doing very good appraisal portfolio and report. I was putting everything in there, any PDP, anything I did. And I was uploading all the certificates. And that's it. I went to my appraisals the last 6 years. I started to remember even things that it was not on my mind that I did it. I got all my certificates over there. I downloaded. Now I have everything on electronic formats. And here you are. My application is almost ready. So I started to do computer folders for each section or bundle that GMC and their SSG, which is specialty specific guidance, they require. And I started to put what I downloaded and distributed in these folders. And then I discovered that, oh, I'm still missing few things. And the hard work started. You have to go the extra, not 1 mile, it's 100 miles. Everybody knows if you are from UHMB, Baru is a great place to work, but the workload is not that great. And I was missing numbers, I'm missing few things, competencies. So I started to be a visitor and annoy all the consultants and my colleagues in each theater, just put my hand, get some blood, and it is an operation counted in my logbook. Then I started to go on the weekends. And the weekends, I assess one case and I do the other case. And I started to get first surgeon. And on, within a year, I got extra than what I want. So go the extra mile. Go on, if you want, go on your weekends, go on your days off, and you will get it. And as I said, how many times I failed? I failed, but don't give up. You can do it. Many people were not actually expecting that it will come that easy, but it came. Next, just read your specialty specific guidance early. So this can guide you actually what you want to do. And reread it when you are more or less ready to do it and start your application. This is your Bible. This is your Quran. This is your whatever book that you believe in. But for CESR, that's it. It gives everything. And this is why it is very long, because it's very specific and excellent. Get a support group. There are WhatsApp groups who are like-minded. They want to achieve CESR. Get in contact with your friends or your colleagues who did it before, or at least who are aspiring. Be together. And when somebody will feel weak or feel it far, the other one hopefully will tell him, don't worry, we'll do it together. The last thing, this is my term, about the extra evidence and what you should put and what you should not put. Minimum, you should put everything in the SSG. But there is something called positive bias. I put few things that I know it is extra. I know that I can tick the box for leadership with one program I did before with the trust, which is the SAS leadership program. But I did the Ready Now program with the NHS leadership academy. I did something called Edward Jenner program, online NHS. I did the course with Keele University. When anybody look at my application, oh, this guy is not only once, twice, thrice. If I had the chance, I will do it. Why not? And this for everything. I got even a paper that when I was in Singapore, they didn't put my name on it, although I started the project, and they just put acknowledgement at the end of the paper. I put it in. I was actually active, even if it is not my paper. So let your evaluator, especially in the Royal College, because he's a doctor like you, he knows. And when he sees these things, it is like your consultant. When you told him, you tell him, I did this and this and this through my career, he will say, wow, this guy's determined. I like him. Okay, so this is a trick. When you come to the application, again, reread. And the most important, find your heroes. If there is somebody who potentially can be your referee, but you're not sure, don't play. Don't play. Actually, the referees, I think, are the main pillar that your evaluator will look at, because it is his colleague talking about you. He trusts him. So whatever you will write will put him at ease. If you put something that is not clear, it's the reference letter, like the reference letter. He's very good and good and good and good, and, but sometimes he loses his temper. You are gone. You will not get this job. So find your heroes early. When you are doing your bundles, put a cover letter for each bundle, explaining what you are including. I'm including 4 WPAs from these consultants, which level 4, 3 of them, level 3, 2 of them, like that. Anything. I'm putting presentations for my audits, 3 presentations and 2 report audit reports and blah, blah, blah. This is a cover letter. So make it easy for your evaluator. Let him like you. Oh, this guy, he did all these efforts to make my life easy. So help him. When you do the employment history at the beginning of the application, make it the same dates as your CV, because they will return it to you if there is one day different. Make it the same. When you write the bundles description, and Faye said that few times, make this bundle description or title is the same like when you fill in your application, because this will make the life easy again when they cross-reference. Remove patients and colleagues. Colleagues, what I mean by colleagues, I think it is explained, but it is when you assess somebody, especially trainees, remove their name and GMC number. And finally, surprisingly, your GMC application advisor are your friends. Call them. They are very nice. They do whatever they can to help you on the phone, even before you apply, even after. But until proved otherwise, they are in a very, very difficult situation and position. They should assess you and help you. So it is like, I don't know how you're going to call it. It's like your father, your older brother. He will not let you do anything wrong, but at the same time, he's happy to help you. And remember, they are raised up with a patient safety and quality of care as #1 priority. So satisfy this point to them. Let them feel that you will not jeopardize their #1 priority. Finally, quickly, I'm a very fan of this CESR versus CCT. I believe that having 2-tier certificates for the consultants on the specialty register or the people in the specialty register is not fair. That's why we have this petition, which so far we have about 2030 something doctors. Please help, because the analogy is, if we are giving the British citizen to the people after they work hard for 5-6 years, we should not issue them with different color passport. So when they travel, the people will know that they are not born British. Or even inside the UK, if everybody's saying it is the same legally, but we are telling the people who are different, and it's up to their bias. This is my email. I'm very, very happy to help with anything. Just email me. And again, you can do it. Believe on it and do it. Thank you very much.
Osam, I love your term self-directed trainees. That's what SAS doctors who want to do CESR are. And nobody's going to give you CESR on a plate. What you've shown us there is a journey of courage, of a willingness to go the extra mile, as you say. So thank you for that message. It is inspiring.
Thank you.
Um, Ian, the ball's in your court.